Hey guys, how's it going? StayStoogey Network here today, and today we got a battle against Daz Override. I got this battle while recording live on my Twitch, so if you're interested in seeing these battles live and chatting with the community, then links are in the description down below. Anyways, I brought a few old pokes from last time, and then I made a couple new ones, but today we're focusing on MVP himself, FLAMIGO. So, without further ado, let's get on to the battle. So this was recorded live in-game on Scarlet and Violet, but if you're into more of the simulator showdown content, I just posted a video the other day showcasing Muck, so make sure to go check that out in the top corner. Anyways, so he's gonna start off with his Dark Bambi. We got the FLAMIGO, the Boy Wonder, the whole ace of this video. So we're gonna lead off with him. He's always a pretty good lead, and so I'm thinking right here, I'm like, do I just CC turn 1? But I'm like, no, this is the easiest U-turn of my life. Depending on what he goes into, and then if he wants to go Corviknight like that, exactly what he does, but it works out. So the only thing that does suck is we take a little bit of Rocky Helmet damage. So I'm going to go into Aberama, one of the new ones I made on stream, so again, go check those out. We made him, we made Hopper, and we made Wugtrio while we were doing streams that day. So I'm going to go into, like I said, Goldango. We are going to go, I am Specs locked. So I'm thinking, do I Thunderbolt? Should I Shadow Ball? What should I try to do here? And I'm gonna trick. Look at him, he's like, where'd my item go? I love how he just looks at the cups. That's so funny. So we're gonna get the Ipapa Berry, and then he's gonna get the Specs. So now that's great. He has like a defensive Pokemon that is locked into using singular type moves. So I'm like, okay, most likely I was thinking Stealth Rock here easily. That's what I would do if I was in this situation. And yeah, he does just Stealth Rock. So now he's locked into that, which means I get to kind of come in. And FLAMIGO was the best play anyways. If you wanted to Earthquake, you know, it covered that. If you wanted to Dark move, it covered that as well. So I'm getting to the point here, I know it's turn 2, but I'm like, I need to start breaking some stuff because now I have rocks up. I can't keep switching and double switching and predicting. It's time to pack some punches. So we're going to Terrastallize him. Pure fighting type. Look at this boy, he's ready to punch. Look at the glove on his head. And we're just going to CC. I'm trying to get some damage. And you're going to see that actually does about half to probably a max defensive Corviknight. This is a Scarf FLAMIGO, so I'd say that's pretty good power. So at this point, I'm like, I need to maybe switch because I don't think it kills. And I don't want to lose Tango this early to like a Brave Bird. So, because it was like barely half. So I'm going to go into Ether here. I know he's going to Roost. But I'm like, well, I can just Salt Cure, kind of weaken him down. I could maybe Iron Defense up and try to boost a little bit. But I think I'm just going to Salt Cure here. Just to see what he wants to do. And also you'll see, I'll reference it later, but I kept forgetting that FLAMIGO gets that Scrappy. And it's such a good ability on him. I gotta stop forgetting it. But so some of these plays, I was afraid of the Houndstone coming in. Even though I would have just bopped it, you know? So that was kind of a misplay, and you'll see that come into play later on. So I'm going to get up an Iron Defense. I thought at this point I should have just Body Pressed here, but I was like, well, either he Whirlwinds and that's what he locks himself into, or I Body Press, get some damage. So at least I got the Salt Cure damaging him, and I get Whirlwinded into Tango, so that's like literally the best option. Now, he's going to Terrastallize, go into his Ghost type, I guess just so he could have Whirlwinded me again, thinking about it. But I U-turn here. Honestly, kind of a weird play on my part. I guess I realized he would probably switch. I think that's why I was doing that. But then I would have taken more Rocky Helmet had he just gone Corviknight. But either way, it's okay. So I'm like, oh, well, I know he can't do anything to my good as gold. I got that lucky golden armor on me. And so I'm going to go into that. He can't Whirlwind me anymore. He's locked into that. So I'm obviously going to predict here and go for like a Thunderbolt, thinking he might want to still save us. He just Terrastalized it, right? Why just toss it in the bin? But he doesn't actually, as you're going to see. He's going to let me Thunderbolt it. And that was predicting an incoming Corviknight or even a Tyranitar. I was worried about T-Tar. I was like, I'd rather get the Thunderbolt and then into the Make It Rain if I'm going to do anything, rather than just do Shadow Balls. Because with the Sandstorm up, Tyranitar's not taking anything. So at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I guess he's going to keep it in and just die, or this time I'm just going to Shadow Ball. And he lets me kill his Terrastalized Pokemon, like, so easily. I'm just really surprised by that. He could have used it on anything else, I think, and done better with that. So now he's going to go into his Mega Donphan, and this is absurd. Of course, this is definitely like Mega Donphan, man. If we're never going to get Megas back, this is as close as you're going to get. because he's going to come in and get the booster energy, so he's the physically attacking Donphan. As you can see, I'm like stuck here. I'm like, oh no, because they really run like Headlong Rush, Close Combat, Rapid Spin to get a speed boost, and I know he's max speed at 300, which actually does outspeed a Spec Skoldango. So I was looking for a switch, and I'm like, you know what, I want to just know for sure that he's 300 speed. Otherwise, I was like, at least I can get a decent hit. So this confirms he is running the max speed on it. So I go Tsunami here, and the reason I'm thinking back and forth here is because Tsunami has an issue where I'm going to get switched in on with a Storm Drain Gastrodon, not make any progress, and then have to immediately switch back out and take more rocks. So he's playing this really well, and I'm having to like do all these doubles and predict, and it's kind of messing me up a little bit. So he's going to go switch to that Gastrodon. I do predict that correctly, because that was just so easy for him. So I'm going to do that, and then now I'm like, okay, now I can do a free CC. And honestly, you're going to see right here, I think I should have done this from the start. I did this earlier where we knocked him down to half, right? And then we swapped because I was afraid of it not killing. But at this point, I'm taking too many rocks, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going for the roll, and I get the roll. So had we maybe gotten that earlier, I wouldn't have taken nearly as much Rocky Helmet as you see I'm going to take right now. So Flamingo's actually pretty low, but god dang, he's still doing his part. And I'm going to definitely preserve him here. I don't kill with a CC. I would probably I'd probably do like half with how good Donphan is. So I'm going to try to preserve it. I'm thinking a little bit here. But I'm going to go Garganacl. I'm like, which one is kind of the most useless on this team right now? And I'm like, he's got Gastrodon. He's got so many answers. And then I thought at least I could get a little Rocky Helmet chip. That might help me. So I do get that. He decided to just Rapid Spin. That would have probably killed Flamigo. And that was honestly a good play by him because now he's speed and he's fast. And I'm terrified because I'm running out of things to hit this thing. So this thing is definitely doing a lot of work to my team. So I think at this point here, so here's my thoughts. He's going to Headlong Rush, right? That lowers his defenses almost like Close Combat does. But I'm afraid Tsunami, with how good his defenses are, and Tsunami is kind of weak, I'm afraid Tsunami doesn't kill with an Aqua Jet. So I go Hopper first, do the first impression, and that does pretty good damage. Honestly, if I was running the Banded Hopper right here, I would have actually probably just killed it. But that's okay. We're going to get as much damage as possible. It sucks we weren't able to kind of just kill it and preserve, but it's fine. Now we're going to go Tsunami, and then I'm going to Aqua Jet. I have to this time, even if he wants to predict to go to Gastrodon, it's okay. We have to do it, or else we just straight up lose. So, honestly, I gotta say, we're doing pretty well for fighting this full team of, like, overused / uber Pokemon. We brought a Wugtrio, man. Put some respect on this guy's name. We brought, like, PU to OU. So, I'm going to switch here to Muriel. I'm not going to Aqua Jet. He goes T-Tar just to get the Sandstorm up, or maybe he was also guessing. I think he did it for multiple reasons, guessing the Aqua Jet, getting the Sandstorm up, and also just kind of seeing what I do. So he's going to switch to his Gastrodon. I switch, and then he has Yawn, which this almost seals it for me. I'm looking pretty bad here. The Yawn makes it so I have to switch and take more rocks damage, or else something goes to sleep. And then he gets to just start firing off attacks. So I knocked off, like you saw, that was my best play. I can't really Gigaton, and then I'm just going to set up rocks before I get put to sleep, because I really don't have a switch that wants to take any of the two moves he could possibly go for. And just getting the rocks up will kind of help weaken those things if we are going to try to make some clutch play here. Now honestly, had I gotten lucky, it would have been nice to get one little like Gigaton Hammer, because that would have put him in kind of range where Flamigo could have came back in and started punching some more. But at this point, I don't think Flamigo was strong enough. I was worried. But I think I calced it later, and CC actually would have killed the Gastrodon from here, rather than wasting the Wugtrio. So I probably should have just gone into the CC Flamigo. But I'm just going to Stomping here. That's all I can do. I can't Sucker Punch because he will recover eventually, and I can't Water Move because he has the Storm Drain. So I'm just going to Shake the Earth and Stomping a bunch, and then he's going to Shake the Earth, but his is better. His is the power of the Earth. Mine was just a mean tantrum. So I'm going to go into Tango here, and now we're at the point where he's got 3 left. Honestly, Tango can kind of do it. But the problem is here, he goes into his T-Tar and sets up the sand stream, and at first I was like, okay, that's good, I get to kill it. I wasn't really realizing why he was setting up the sand stream because I forgot the Houndstone. I thought it would be Fur Coat, but he's actually Sand Rush, which is going to come to bite me in the butt. So he's going to go into Gastrodon. I get to CC this, so thankfully he lets me kill this. And then as you can see, it's coming right to the wire. I have 18 HP, and I'm going to get hit by the Sandstorm and have literally 9 HP. So I have one more hit in me. So it comes down to his Houndstone versus my Flamigo. Who wants it more? And honestly, I was afraid he was just going to Shadow Sneak here. But so I CC. I would actually go through with the Scrappy, but he body presses. He does outspeed. Now something interesting about the speed is if you look at Smogon, they actually tell you to run more HP on your Houndstone. So I would have actually outsped had he was running the Smogon set. But of course he was running more speed. He had his own personal set. So GG, very good game, right down to the wire. Very exciting. But that is the power of Flamigo. Almost pulled us out from that deficit. But honestly, it's okay. I think this was our first loss playing Scarlet and Violet battles, so that's not too bad. Anyways, again, GG. And yeah, if you guys enjoy watching this type of Pokemon content and you want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace out and stay Stoogey.